Hello and welcome to Interactive Storytelling, our live show for the Friday. We are here at the beautiful Rostocker Stadthafen, of course, next to the Mau Club in the Schollenberger, and we have a very interesting topic today, and it's called Interactive Storytelling. What is it? Well, if you haven't heard of it, you probably have experienced it. Exactly, video games. Everyone has done them, and they are exactly what interactive storytelling is about. You get to influence the outcome of the game via your actions. And now the question is, why are we not doing that in movies as well? Because it will be more fun to interact with a movie. Um, in the past couple of years, we have seen a little bit of an uprising in that topic, but it's still not super popular. The main one that most people probably know, if they know anything of it, is the one special episode of Black Mirror. It's called Bandersnatch. And it was exactly that. You got to influence the outcome of the episode. So I'm not an expert on it, but I do have an expert right next to me, and it's Ismet Bachtiar. Ismet, thank you so much for joining today.
Hey, thanks. Thanks for having me.
Yeah,
So glad to be here.
it's great. So Ismet is a creative director, curator, and project manager at Titbit, Tvibit, sorry, where he runs the
Yeah.
creative technology program across North Norway. Ismet and his team have been actively involved in a wide variety of projects from esports, gaming events, and technology festivals of prototype development, game jams, and makerspaces with a clear focus on talent development and outreach in the region. Ismet has been developing new experimental film projects of NUF since 2016, exploring 360 filmmaking, interactive films, and virtual spaces. Ismet, did I miss anything or butcher anything?
No, I don't think you missed anything at all. I tried to make the synopsis rounded and try to explain a little bit of what I do. Maybe the only thing that you may missed out is that obviously, even though I worked in Norway, I'm not Norwegian. I come from Singapore. Maybe that also helps me get a lot of the technological advantages when it comes down to understanding how technology works and how to apply it. But I've been living in Norway for the last 15 years and enjoying my time on there, especially working in the north of Norway in Tromsø. Mm.
Yeah, nice.
So
So
yeah,
I'm actually glad that I have you here on my show. It's super interesting to have you. Just tell us a little bit. I mean, I just gave a little bit longer synopsis, but maybe you can tell us a bit more specific. What exactly is the main point of your work?
I'm sorry. The main point of what?
Of your work.
Oh, my work. Yeah. Okay. So primarily, the core focus of my work is talent development. I will try to meet up with as many interactive people who are interested in interactive development as much as possible between the ages of 15 to 30, figure out what they're really interested or good at doing, and try to help them as best as possible as I can to make them reach that way. At the same time, also my other focus is understanding how media works. Media is always constantly changing, it's always evolving. There's always something new. In games, the movement is a lot rapid, but now there is a transference between games and films and games. They're almost like, they're all one happy family and becoming way more integrated. There's a lot of new processes that are being put into actual commercial film production that is all related to video game production. So I feel like it's a very positive thing to always constantly learn and try new things, try experiment with new mediums. So that's primarily the bulk of my work at Tvibit that I do. But creative technology is the department I run is not just filmmaking. It's a lot because when you say technology, it's a very widespread. Like you, what aspects of technology we're talking about here. So it's always been at the core video games, but we talk about live streaming as a very important part of the technology. Metaverse, we talk a lot about drones as a very important part. Making things with your hands, microcontrollers, having a LED screen that lights up behind you when you walk past it. Those are kind of things are applications of technology in a creative way. So So that's my department that I run, and every year over the last since 2016, I've been running a new media workshop every year where we create a project over 10 days. It's a bit like a game jam where we have filmmakers and game developers put them together in one room and see what comes up from the whole process. And that's why I'll be thinking of like maybe sharing some of those stories behind that, and hopefully we can experience one of them, which is a very, very important project called Noof Club.
Yeah, Noof Club sounds amazing. I think we will join to Noof Club later, and we will also talk a little bit more about the workshop later. But for now, I think it's nice if everyone could see a little bit of, what does the work actually mean. And we have a show reel prepared. Are you fine with if we just show it right now?
Yes. Yeah, the best way to do it is actually to see the show reel, and then hopefully that gives you a little bit of an idea of the scope, and it will help. If there's questions or clarifications or stuff, I'll be happy to talk about them. So yeah,
All right,
fire on.
great. So let's send it in a second. So while we're trying to point it over, where are you sitting right now? Are you also in Norway?
I'm in Norway. I actually work. I have also a company on the side, which I work on as well. So today is my other work day.
All right, nice. So I just got the signal that we are ready to go with the show reel. Let's go.
All right. Great. Enjoy.
Your department does 1 million things at the same time, and you're the head of the department, or just someone for all the work, or how does it work?
You may have to repeat the question one more time since I only heard you from the middle part.
Okay, sure.
But yeah,
it looks like your department or your job is basically for a job for 1 million people. You do a lot of stuff. I mean, it's basically when you say technology, you think about a lot of things. And it feels like you do every single one of them. Is that kind of correct?
oh my God, it's crazy. Yeah, you're kind of correct. But I'm very, very happy. I'm very proud to have three. I have three other employees that work with me. All of them are specialists in their department. All of them are young, actually. All of them are under the age of 30 years old. One is a specialist in 3D printing and 3D modeling. Another is a specialist in live stream technologies. Another is a specialist in video game culture. So, and I'm the, I guess, the concept developer and producer for a lot of stuff. So I relegate quite a lot of the work also when it comes down to execution. But for this film workshops, I'm very, very involved, since that's my cup of tea. I love that kind of work. And I mean, I came from a media background. That's my background is cinema studies, not video games. So
Yeah, you got a lot going on. Just saw in the show reel there was a lot of, live events. Like, what is it actually about? There's so much live stuff. I thought maybe, okay, they do some 3D modeling and they do some movies, but there's actually so much live shows. What's that about?
Okay, so one of the big programs that we have is called the Best Gamer program, and this is a program that I actually want to take to everywhere in the world. It's a program where we meet gamers. You know how it's always been in esports or gaming. You're only good at one game. You're like, oh, you gotta be the CS expert, or you gotta be super good in Minecraft or whatsoever. But in this competition, we're finding the best all-round gamer, and we don't tell them what game they're gonna compete in. They just come to the event, and then we throw 5 challenges at them and see how well they do. So the point of it is to show that games are a lot more than just the main games that's being marketed all the time. And we play everything from retro games to VR. So we're covering the whole entire range of culture. Which I think is very, very important, because I think at least particularly today's teenagers or teens that I'm exposed to, they're only playing free-to-play games. They're only playing Fortnite, or they're playing, something that's free. And that's only just scratching the surface of such amazing, so much stuff out there.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And like, I think it's not a huge surprise that interactive storytelling comes with a lot of gaming background. Maybe you can tell us a little bit more about it. Is it so weird to put some gaming into the storytelling?
Yeah, you're right. Where gaming and media, we're starting to put into a lot, and it's starting to come a lot together, right? Is that your question? Sorry.
Yeah, because it feels like it influences a lot of the work, especially when we come to the interactive storytelling part, which we will of course later show a short movie. But you try to have everything covered under one big blanket, so to say.
Yeah, it's very. I mean, storytelling is different for depending on which medium that you're applying for. So storytelling in games are creating basically more a framework, allowing people to have more agency to explore. Whereas filmmaking is a little bit more control. Like, you have a very specific way that you want to tell the story. Still, the interpretation from the audience is still very open, right? The audience will see things in a completely different way, not as how you intended, saw different things. In video games also, we take that into consideration, but it's universal. It is storytelling. At its heart, it's always storytelling. And it's all about like how you want to compose the message. Like, I really like the media theory of the medium is the message, or what is that you're trying to say, and then keeping it clear to the platform itself. And that's a lot of the stuff that we do at NUF every year. That's the point. But the I think the biggest challenge is the exposure. We've always had filmmakers and video game developers have been sort of separated for many years. Like they kind of like both have operated in their own area and their own field. Putting them together and finding a workflow that works for both type of people is super, super important. It's possible, and we've done it for so many times that we're very sure that anyone can do this. So I highly encourage this. That's my point. I've always been an advocate for trying to get any festival or anyone to get game developers to join you. They will do something awesome. It'll be great.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
And I think it's exactly what you were talking about, that storytelling is just storytelling. You would not diminish storytelling of a book when you compare it to a movie, right? And you would and you should not maybe do the same thing when you compare it to a video game, especially nowadays that video games have become so, so popular at one hand, but also so much better at, showing stories, emotions. We have all the motion capture stuff, but it feels like in the mainstream media, it's not taken super seriously. Is that something you want to change?
Yeah, for sure. I really want to change that. I really want to see the experience in the cinema be different as well. I gave the example also where we had Nuf Club, that film that hopefully we will be able to get to try to play. This one was played with everyone on their phones in the cinema, and everyone had the buttons on their phone. So it was the first time I was in the cinema watching a movie being played, and everyone was talking to each other, and that's okay.
Yeah.
Normally in the cinema, we're like, "Shut up, be quiet. I just want to watch this movie." But instead, it becomes like a group event. It becomes like an event that everyone's engaged in, and that engagement is something that we undervalue a bit. Like the immediate engagement. Whereas traditional filmmaking, the engagement normally comes after the film. So you watch the film, then you talk to your friends, discuss and whatnot.
Yeah,
But
exactly. I mean,
uh,
video games have taken inspiration from movies a lot when they try to do their sequences and when they try to do their storytelling. So why not just put some video game in a movie? Is sort of the philosophy there. I have to play a little bit of the devil's advocate here. If I want to do something interactive, why don't I just play a game instead of having a movie that you can interact with?
I guess yeah, I don't think it's an either or type of a solution. Yeah, if you like games, by all means play games. But there is a subgenre that's missing out. There is a subgenre of interactive films that's been turned into games, or games that's turned into interactive films. In fact, I have examples of that that I could talk about in detail. One of
Okay, I think we are facing some technical difficulties, but I'm sure Ismet will be soon here. One more thing that we have planned for later today is actually showing a short movie. It's about 11 minutes long, and it will be exactly that, interactive storytelling. Everyone, you from your smartphones can join everywhere from around the globe. You can join while we are watching the movie together, and you can influence the outcome of the movie together. So what it's gonna do is you're later going to get a code on your phone or for your phones. You can put it in, and then your smartphone will turn into a little video game controller, and it will take the average input of every viewer and thus influence the outcome of the game. I'm pretty sure that Ismet will join soon again, but if he will not be able to, then we can also start the movie on our own. All you have to do is join nuffclub.com. You can already open the site, nuffclub.com, and you will be faced with an interface where you will be able to put in a code. And this is a code that we will soon give you. But it's actually such an important or interesting topic to talk about, where video games get so much bigger and so much more popular because they basically are able to talk to a large variety of people. There's a lot of things to cover, and still it feels like when people don't necessarily play video games, the storytelling aspect of that kind of gets scrubbed under the rug. So having interactive movies might be one way to connect everyone. It doesn't have to be a either or, and you can just do both. And most people know that from the one special episode of Black Mirror. It aired on Netflix, if I remember correctly, and it was, everyone who tried that just said it was an amazing experience, but it feels like the storytelling aspect of that was lagging a bit behind. That is something that we can fix if we just put a little bit more importance on interactive storytelling. And that is something that Ismet is also trying to do. Of course, he comes a little bit from a video gaming, background, because the whole company tries to implement that. But I think it's just an interesting topic, when suddenly it's not super unpopular to just have high quality video games. Back in the days when video games weren't as popular, it was not even taken seriously at all. Like not just in the storytelling aspect, but just in general, it was seen as a time waste. And to some extent, people used to say that about movies as well. So why are we not trying to add the best of both worlds and do something great? Let me see how much time Ismet still needs to join. Otherwise, one quick reminder that you can always join our movie later by typing in navclub.com into your URLs. And we will start the movie in around about 10 minutes. But if we have someone to talk in the public, we can also ask some questions later to Ismet. If you have something to ask, you can do it live here, right in front of me. You just have to scream your questions, basically, so I can repeat them later. But of course, it would be nice if Ismet could join soon. So apparently the Zoom call got blocked by something. We are not quite sure what's the problem, but we are trying to recover it. Bin ich denn noch drauf? Ja. The show reel again. It will show most of the works of Ismet. And while we're trying to fix the technical difficulties, thank you so much for staying, and we will be back soon.
Okay, live at 5. Okay, all right.
Okay.
Oh man.
Man, Ismet, great to have you back. It feels like 10 years.
It did. It totally feels like 10 years. It feels like one of those circles of hell.
Yeah, we actually lost some time here, but thank you for being patient, and thank you also to you for being patient. let's actually just cut to the chase, you know, since we lost a little bit of time. You got something prepared for us. It's called navclub.com. Can you tell us a little bit more about it and maybe give some instructions on how everyone can join in the room?
Okay, so people who are watching the stream and also watching from the room, the one thing that you should do, because in this game or in this movie, you can actually play and control it from your mobile phones. Everyone can do that. So what you need to do is you go to the webpage nuffclub.com, nuffclub.com. And once you go to the webpage, you will see a webpage which says enter join a screening key, but don't put anything there yet. We're going to play the movie. You'll find the screening key on the top left corner. It's like a 6-digit combination. You just put that into the code, put your name, and enjoy the film. And what happens is that during the film, you will get buttons on your phone, and you will get to interact with that together with everyone.
So the phone becomes the controller, so to say.
The phone becomes controller, and now it becomes like a group thing, because it will take an average of everyone's input. So
yeah. I'm actually going to join as well, Ismet. I hope that's okay for you.
Yeah,
I'm actually going
sure.
to join as well. The screening key will come in a second. Let's just start the movie right there. And then all you guys have to do is just watch the movie together with us, basically, and put in the screening key so you can see it. So once again, navclub.com is what you have to type in. And if you're seeing the screen already, you can almost join us. Just taking one more second. So that's the screening key. You can see it right there. Maybe we have to restart the movie.
Yep, sure. And you just start the movie from. Once you start the movie, then you can see the screen key. Because once you pause, it will blank out the thing.
Yeah, I think we just have to restart the movie because, of course, we have tried it before to see if it works or not.
Right. Okay.
How do we restart the movie, Ismet? Maybe you can tell us.
You have to start over. So there is a way for you to press the. There is a button that tells you to restart from all over from the very beginning.
Okay, so we have to restart the site.
So
restart the site.
Okay, let's see. You can reset the site.
And then underneath you see start over and lose your progress.
Yes, the start over. Once you press pause, you see a start over, and you press that.
Okay, so now we are ready. The screening key should be G2USV. Maybe we can put it on the screen for everyone. G2USV. Again, you have to put it on navclub.com. And then you can click on join the screen.
Holy shit.
And the movie is already going, so you can just join whenever you're ready.
That the alarm goes on at midnight.
Yep.
Oh, is it that late already? Oh, I'm sorry, Herman. I was thinking
it will be great, but you really have to leave now. I mean now.
Aren't you coming too, Herman?
Good night.
Hello there. Why are you standing outside my
This will be
door?
your first question.
Herman invited me.
I bet he did. You seem just right for the job.
The job?
All you need to know is behind this door. But to get in, you have to answer a question.
Okay, I'm ready.
The first rule of Fight Club is that we do not talk about Fight Club. But what is the second rule?
Alright, so now we got two choices on our smartphones.
That's not right. But you're a funny one. Sniff first.
I'm surprised to see a new face around here. That doesn't happen very often.
What is this place?
Welcome to NIF Club. Here, new talents, such as myself, get a chance to compete for the title of the producer here at the club. And for some silly reason, Herman has taken an interest in you. Now, let's see how good you really are. 2 trials at which each contestant. Both will prepare you for the last and final battle, which will determine if you're worthy the title or not. Now, what would you like to begin with? Let the trials begin.
Golf.
Let's go.
She accepts your challenge.
What?
You see that club? Heard you killed a man with that club because he was a dumb, lucky fool. Are you a dumb, lucky fool?
Ismet, did you tap?
Gonna suck this harps. Gonna beat you on instant kill, man.
Ismet, you have to tap faster.
Sorry, man. Someone's not tapping fast enough, I think. Oh no!
Damn.
I know I was
Now,
typing fast enough.
Boy, if you can hit the hole in one, you win.
You can do this, last one. Keep it right in the center, everyone.
I'm tapping as fast as I can.
There must be someone not tapping.
Oh,
Sucker.
It wasn't as expected. Don't beat yourself up. You still have one more challenge to go before you meet the final challenge.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to this special edition of the show where film is life! Changing the channel while the show is still running is strictly prohibited. Let's get ready for the first question. How many ex-boyfriends does Scott defeat in Scott Pilgrim versus the world? Yes! Good boy. And that's the time! Let's see the answer. Have you been sleeping through all the films you've seen? Disgraceful.
did you see the answer, Ismet?
Well, let's go to the final question.
No, I didn't.
Are you
I can't
ready?
see the screen. Sorry.
No, I mean, did you know the answer?
I know the answer. I know all the answers.
Who directed the Godfather trilogy?
This one everyone should know.
And the time is up!
I just tapped something.
Fuck!
Fuck indeed!
Oh no.
I have to be honest with you. You seem to be lacking some great workers in the department of thinking.
Yeah, I am lacking those.
Ah, you moron. You obviously don't know a thing about films. But that's it, folks. That's it for today. See you on the next episode of... Goodbye, everybody! See ya!
So now we're going to the final battle.
Pathetic. Simply pathetic. You got a chance and you threw it all away. Congratulations on being the biggest loser this club has ever seen. Are you sure you want to continue this game? Never mind. You don't have a choice.
Oh no.
This is it.
So,
the big battle.
the time has finally come.
I know
You
someone
have
who
been
looks like
tested in
that.
both knowledge and
This is actually
coordination.
Herman.
I admire your will to never give up. Could you really be the one?
I guess that's what we're here to find out. Now face me, you coward!
Oh, my dear boy, I think you misunderstood. I'm not the enemy.
Round one. Everybody fight!
What are we supposed to do? I was hoping for a battle of wits, but you appear to be unarmed. I give you a nasty look, but you already got one. What do you say to that?
Wait, I choose.
Choose the one that choose something
You're
about
poop
rap.
brain! You're
Sorry.
poop brain!
Face.
Nothing's worse than a poop brain.
Round two. Let's fight!
I wish I was dead, so I didn't have to listen to your blah blah blah.
Shut up! Shut up! Mommy says I have a lovely voice!
Oh dear.
That's what I would choose.
Final round. Let's fight!
Okay, this one's a bit like the golf
Final
one.
round.
So
I'm
you have to keep
Someday
pressing.
you'll go far, but I hope you stay there. Save your breath, because you're gonna need it to blow up your chances.
Never first!
I'm tapping.
Yes.
I still lost.
Yeah. Well done.
Look at him. He's so disappointed in me.
You are disappointed.
Oh no.
Get him out of my sight.
You have to win all the conditions to get Herman happy.
Remember the first rule.
We don't talk about it.
Yeah.
That was so awesome. Alright. Boy in the house. Whoo! Dragging me down, you for golf and quiz. Yeah, that's so loony, you piece of shit. You know what? This boy been tripping. I'ma elevate the roof. I learned my lesson on the instant kill. You know what, Theon? You know what? You better enjoy it. Whoo! Yeah. Boom.
All right.
Hope you enjoyed that.
Ismet, I think. What do you think? How did I do? How did we do?
So based on what I heard from your experience, I think you guys got the worst ending. So there's 3 endings. There is the good ending, and then there is the weird ending, and there is the bad ending. So the bad ending basically means that you lost the two conditions,
I lost everything,
that made
but
it
there's
hard.
no wrong ending, right? There's just no wrong
You
ending.
saw one ending.
I mean,
Yeah, just the one ending.
I have to admit, I kind of did all the wrong answers on purpose because I wanted to see how it looks like.
Right. Yeah. We tell everyone that the weird ending is the best ending. So I would highly recommend trying to get the weird ending.
So we can try this at any time, right? We just have to go on the website and we can just start the movie all over and again.
For sure, that's the aim of it. The aim of it is to play around and just go on the website, go on the link, and head down to Echo Studio. That being said, I can quickly say that this platform has been a very, very good platform to make interactive films because the authoring process is very simple. It uses notes, so like you draw a storyline, then you draw lines towards it, and you can just add media into the notes. So you don't need to program, but it's nice to have a programmer as well to help put everything together.
Yeah, of course. Can you maybe tell us, because we are a little bit short on time, can you maybe tell us how much time went into making this?
Okay, let me tell you that this project was actually all done in 10 days.
Wow.
The first original iteration of it. The first, we didn't sleep. It was just like went crazy for, the last 2 days was super hectic, but it was not bug free. When we were at the cinema, I think we can only watch the one ending. So then after that, the team, they loved the project so much that they gave it one more round of polish, which they spent maybe a month adding new graphics, sound, and recolor the images. So right now, what you see is a better version. And that one's after work that we worked after. But everything was done in 10 days, I have to admit.
Yeah, that's amazing.
So it's amazing.
Do you want to do more of these?
I hope so. Really, really hope so. But it was very, very dependent on the team. So that year we had like the best filmmakers, and these are the filmmakers that we have worked together with on different projects, and they totally understand our process. They are totally understand. Oh yeah, sure. They were very, very quick. So it was not hard at all to just take on a very big challenge like this.
Okay, Ismet,
but generally,
I have to cut you a little bit short here, but you're familiar with the concept of speedrunning, right? Okay.
Sorry?
You're familiar with the concept of speedrunning?
Yeah, speedrunning, yeah.
All right, just speedrun us through your workshop because you have 1.5 minutes for that. Let's go.
All right. You know what? We every year we do this workshop up in Tromsø, Norway. It's amazingly beautiful. It's endless summer. It's filmmakers from all over the world. We always say from Gaza to Greenland. That comes down to Tromsø, And every year I have a Seek workshop called it's called Seek. I can send the link over to you guys. But the workshop is looking for filmmakers and developers, people who are interested in 3D modeling or 3D animation, or if you're just a filmmaker also, to come and meet up and work together. And you spend 10 days, you got hotels and food taken care of. All you have to do is pay for your flights. That's it. So hopefully this kind of projects are interesting for people. I really, really hope to see more participants from Germany because I imagine that it will be really fun to work together. And hopefully this will encourage you a little bit more to also think about working with developers and other people.
Oh, that sounds amazing. So it's called Seek and it's on Twibbit, or where do we find it?
It's at NUF. It's at NUF. So if you go to NUF website, nuff.no, and then you will find Seek at NUF workshop right there. So I highly recommend checking it out. We have a deadline for the project by the end of May. So,
by the end of May.
And this happens in June. Sorry, 16th of June to the 24th of June. So if you want to have a really good experience, experiencing Norway and working on something really fun, hope that people will be interested in that.
It sounds super interesting. It's really nice, and the show is over soon. But I have to say, thank you everyone for joining. You heard it here. Go seek for NUF and seek for the Seek on the NUF. And we'll see you back in almost 2 hours for the next live show. Have a great time and see you everyone.
All right.